Mark Duper, Jim Jensen, all those guys. This should be an exciting matchup.
All right, Joe, let's do this, brother.
Chris and Joe. And we're ready for the kickoff. Tony Page takes the ball in the end zone to the 10-yard line, where it's collected by a gang of Chiefs.
What do you think about this matchup, Joe?
It's a great matchup. I'm not very good with the Chiefs. I would probably take the Dolphins and potentially get swallowed up by this ferocious Chiefs defense. I just don't know how to move the ball with the Chiefs. The Dolphins defense, I'm okay with. What do you think about it?
I'm looking at a lot of plays regarding the Dolphins doing exactly just that. Maybe just tossing it. It's unfortunate when you play with the Dolphins. You kind of throw where you don't want to because you rely on your receivers. So we're going to see a lot of throwing by Miami and hoping that there's going to be no malfunctions regarding interceptions. So there we go.
One thing I like about using Miami is they have an underrated running game. Even though their running backs aren't fast,
there we go.
And sometimes they cough up the ball like that,
there it is.
They have a good offensive line.
Right.
And, of course, the defense is expecting the pass, so often they feel they have to pick pass, meaning your runs won't be picked and you have a free run.
Right.
Meanwhile, a huge turnover for the Chiefs. The Dolphins cough it up, and the Chiefs take over at the 40-yard line. Steve DeBerg has an open Okoye, takes the ball, moves the chains out to the 20-yard line.
Joe, that's an awareness play. You've got the manual defender at the bottom. You're going to throw it up there anyway because the manual defender's not there. You can move with it whenever you want when that play happens.
For sure. And DeBerg has enough control to actually get it to Okoye. Okoye has enough speed to actually get to the first down and maybe more. We've got a called play. Somehow, DeBerg escapes a huge juke to move the chains.
That's just a good Tecmo play right there. There's nothing you can do about that.
A toss-up to Okoye, who takes a humble 2 yards. The Chiefs trying to find a hole in this Dolphins defense. Today, Derek has played exceptional defense in the red zone, as exhibited there by Offerdahl, slapping that ball away.
I think you're looking at stopping the angles on the pass when you're inside the 10-yard line, and that's what he did. That's a good run.
Derek thought about getting his Ruble dive on, pulled away, and then just didn't have an angle to stop that run.
Matt Diaz is on. His offense is on. I played him last game, and he was on. I felt like I had to lock down my call plays, and unfortunately I couldn't do that against him. He was able to take advantage of some crucial open opportunities that right there.
He was able to take in stride that your Darryl Green went into excellent.
Right.
He did turn over the ball at the end zone, but he put a great drive on before that.
Right.
Meanwhile, we've got a called play. Chris Martin swallows up Marino. So we've got second and long. Derek behind the chains. Thankfully, he's got all those weapons where if the pass isn't called, we've got a lot of quick players with high reception rating to get to.
That's a good pass. It's just all about separation there, Joe. Yeah, separation against the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and it's going to happen.
And the called play, Marino safely throws it to the ground.
Did we answer the question, what does Gatz separate himself from the others? Did we answer that question?
No, I did not see that.
There we go. That's the play that you want regarding Marino. You never see a pick a pick for Marino, and that's what.
And that was a linebacker, right? Or was that a
that was a linebacker?
Lineman? All right. So that's unfortunate. Usually you think that Marino can, at least at the worst, get an incompletion.
Right.
So in my opinion, what separates Gatz from some other guys, he just seems to make, it seems like zero mistakes, which obviously he makes mistakes, but when he does, they're small, and they don't turn the table against him usually.
Right.
Also, I would say he just has a familiarity with every single matchup you can even think of. So if you call the matchup, he is going to know the strengths and weaknesses of it probably even better than you do,
Right.
even though you're the one that called it. And he's just going to leverage the strengths against your weaknesses on any matchup, and that's just a vital asset to have.
I think he nailed it.
Also, he seems to be dialed in, very focused, especially during tournament time, and that just, he's already a great player, but in tournaments, he just takes it to a whole nother level.
Dials it up.
Meanwhile, Chiefs already back in the red zone. Lewis Oliver
Separation.
finds Page in stride for the diving touchdown. Chiefs getting a lead in the first half, 2-score game.
Joe, you're looking at an advantage on some turnovers, and Matt Diaz is he's playing on separation. He had definite separation on that pass up top, and I think he knew it.
Page getting the return, not even to the 10-yard line. I didn't see it earlier. We don't have a Sammy Smith sighting. Derek has chosen to go with Logan and Stratford in the backfield. Marino only gets a 4-yard scramble. A called play. Marino checks down to Stratford, but immediately tackled. That's going to be a loss of a couple yards. Pass for Marino, about to pass it, but Bill Mass sacks him for the loss. But we're not going to see a punt. The Dolphins bravely go for it.
See here.
Derek Snow bumping Dino Hackett. Thrown, but he catches it. It may have been a glitch. It may have been Marino magic. But the Dolphins had moved the ball to the 40-yard line instead of being a turnover in his own red zone.
Joe, I think the Dolphins utilize on a lot of attributes that they have. The attributes of the Dolphins is that they'll catch everything, and that's what happened there.
And I don't think we've seen condition check, but Duper on that catch looked like he was an excellent. And a crucial called play means Marino can't chuck one up for a last-second heave. That takes us to the half. The second half has already begun. They're getting to the 8-yard line.
You're looking at Diaz. He's probably just going to play a good, consistent game in the second half. I mean, all you got to look at is ball control, consistency regarding play calls, and if you have to punt the ball, I'm pretty sure that you're okay with that right now.
I'll be interested to see whether he keeps his foot on the gas aggressively, or if he does try to slow down, get the checkdowns in the run game.
Right.
Which can work, but if you get one called play, that can stall your drive. Chiefs deep in their own territory. Page open on the streak. Gets a huge 20-yard gain.
He's going to work off separation here against the putrid Miami Dolphins defensive backs.
DeBerg taking the safe 4 yards. DeBerg looks like a heave to Page.
You might as well.
Page has had a great game thus far. Deflected.
I think you have an opportunity to do that. You have an opportunity to throw that up every once in a while when you're up 14-0 at this point.
And that's what I'm talking about, keeping your foot on the gas.
Right.
And just trying
There it
to
is.
go. Page open in stride, and we have a 3-score game.
Yeah, look at Ruble having to do some lockdown defense here, and it's hard to do with the Miami Dolphins defense.
That's true, because once you start using their solid safeties, Oliver and the other guy, name escapes me.
What, Nate Odom?
No. I think that's the Giants.
Yeah. Actually, Odom might be the Bills.
Oh, okay.
NFC still.
But once you start using those safeties, they're not able to do drone coverage,
Right.
And that just opens up holes in your defense. Marino missing a jumping Page. Page put in at wide receiver 1. I'm curious where Duper and Clayton and Jensen are right now. Marino can scramble if he needs to. He checks down to Logan. First down. Marino can chuck it deep if he wants to.
Yeah, right.
Out of bounds, this one is not caught.
You're wondering when the actual time is that you're going to start just chucking it to the end zone and hope to get some points that way.
That's true. Being down a couple scores, I think you want to not only score, but have found a rhythm that can kind of propel you to that next drive that you'll need.
The hope is to want to score before the half so you can utilize that 0 clock on the kickoff when you kick off in the third quarter.
Oh. That is a good point. You would have to score now, though, but it's a called play.
Yep.
Check down and completion. 2nd and 10. Another called play. I think those last 2 plays would have gone deep into the end zone.
Joe, I think you're only picking pass plays from here on out, so Diaz is on it.
That's true. You want all those Chiefs helping you. This could be good.
Here we go.
It's a JJ touchdown.
He caught that at the end of the quarter, so it's definitely a benefit there. He has the kickoff at the end of the half, so.
Good
point.
point.
No, he doesn't. So it's going to start at five minutes.
Yeah, it's
so.
fourth quarter now.
Fourth quarter. So he'll start with the kickoff, but you want to get that in before the fourth quarter.
Little chip by Stojanovic, so even fewer seconds come off the clock.
Right.
We've got a Jones sighting in the backfield. Barry Word on the bench. Barry Word gone into tight end. Page and Burden. And now if he so chooses, Diaz can pitch it several times to Okoye, or he can stick with his passing game, which has worked beautifully thus far. Chiefs a fantastic offensive line. Sometimes when you wait, they don't escape.
This play might be it, Joe. You're looking at a stop here. I'm pretty sure if you get a stop here, there's definitely. I think if you get a first down here, I think this game might be a wash.
Chris calling this the play of the game. Will it be a called play?
Oh, there it is. That's huge.
It's run 3, but can he
That's
get to
huge.
the chains? He cannot.
What do you do here, Joe?
You might even go for it. He does have Nick Lowry, and he's going for the field goal.
Right, here we go.
This would be a very long.
61. Does he have 61 in him?
We shall find out. Offerdahl busting through, but it looks like a lined-up kick. Will it be long enough? It's good.
Oh my God!
Incredible kick by Diaz.
Oh, he hit a 71-yard field goal. Sorry.
Back to a 3-score game. Marino throwing it short, trying to get someone in stride. Marino's got options.
Oh,
Duper is off.
I even raised it.
Marino out of the red gun. He is the check down, and he takes it, moving the chains. We may see a deep strike soon. We have Jensen going deep. And that's who it is tossed to. This could be high enough. Diving attempt at the catch, incomplete. Offset formation, called play, incomplete pass. Offset again. We're going to have Duper going deep. He looks like the pony. It's high. It's not high enough. Double coverage, incompletion. Fourth down. It's Mitchell time.
I have a hard time just thinking that the Chiefs defense, just capitalized on some of the Dolphins' mishaps, and the Dolphins couldn't just play their own game like they're usually doing.
That's true, but at every corner, it looked like the Chiefs were playing above their attributes.
Right.
Incredible JJ catch for Duper. Scott Mitchell, 1 for 1 touchdown, rating of 265,000. Another blooper to Okoye. There's the potential for a fumble. Okoye stepping out of bounds. Emil Harry.
Wow.
Diving catch.
That was a nicer.
Opperdahl trying to force the fumble, but DeBerg releases it. Okoye ducking and diving, and we have one play left in this game likely. And there's the victory formation of Tecmo.
There it is. The patented punt. Well, the patented punt, get sacked punt. Joe, we're looking at a Matt Diaz, Joey Gatz finals. Joey Gatz has to beat him once. Matt Diaz has to beat him twice.